Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of CS Card Purchase Order Add-on. Now, purchase order management is an internet procurement process adopted by businesses to ensure that each and every purchase is necessary, justified, and optimized for costs. With the help of this add-on, that's the CS Card Purchase Order Add-on, the admin can maintain a complete purchase record consisting of quantity and price record of the order and the incoming shipments as well. Also, purchase orders can be created whenever any product goes out of stock. This feature reduces the demand supply gap and prevents overstock situation as well. Kindly note that this particular add-on is compatible with CS Card, CS Card Multi-Vendor, CS Card Multi-Vendor Plus, and CS Card Multi-Vendor Ultimate as well. And here we get the option to select the default procurement method as auto or manual. So today we'll be checking out the procedure for the auto as well as for the manual one. First we'll be checking how we can do the manual procurement there, and then we'll be able to see how we can set the auto procurement for the products, and whenever the order stock goes out of stock, at that time automatically the purchase order is created for that particular product itself. So in today's video tutorial, I'll be taking you through the initial configuration settings and the working of the default or the different options that the admin gets in the admin backend panel, like quotations, suppliers, shipments, and others as well. But before I proceed further with this particular video tutorial today, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. Now, right now you can see that I'm at the CS Card Web Store front end here. Now, to show you the procurement procedure and the initial configuration settings there, let's hop on to the admin backend panel. So we'll be logging into the admin backend panel by entering the username or the email and the password and tapping on the sign in button. So first of all, let's check out the initial configuration settings for this particular add-on. For that, we need to go to add-ons and manage add-ons. Now here what we need to do is, here we'll be searching for the product that we have already installed. That's the purchase order. So I'll be searching it out. So here you can see that we have the purchase order, and the purchase order is an activity for sourcing goods and services from various suppliers. And with the help of this module, you can perform the purchase order function within your store. So here you have to tap on the gear icon and choose the settings option. Now within the settings option, here we have two different options. One is the purchase order and one is for the shipments. Now for the purchase order, we can choose the procurement method as automatic or manual. So here you can select how you want to procure the products and create purchase orders, whether you want to have it automatically or manually. Then we have the purchase order prefix. So here you have to enter any prefix for your purchase order IDs. So whichever order IDs would be generated for the purchase order, whatever prefix that you have entered here would be prefixed to that particular ID there. Then we have the padding length of the purchase order. Here you have to enter the padding length of the purchase order, and it is the padding between the prefix and the postfix itself. Similarly, we have the shipment, and here we have the shipment prefix. So here we have to enter any prefix for the shipment ID. So whichever shipment ID would be generated, this particular prefix that you have entered within this particular section here would be added to that particular one. And similarly here as well, you have to do the padding length of the shipment ID. So here you have to enter the padding length of the shipment ID, and it is the padding between the prefix and the postfix of the shipment ID itself. So this is the initial configuration settings here, and thereafter you need to tap here on the save button to save the initial configuration settings. Now coming to the procurement method, we have the two types of procurement methods. One is the automatic and one is the manual one. So for the automatic one, what you need to do is you need to go to products, and you can open any of the products for which you want to set the automatic procurement. So for example, here we have the 100G pants. Let me open it up in edit mode. And what you need to do is, here you need to tap the purchase order tab that we have. So you have to go to the purchase order tab, and here you have to enable the automatic purchase order. So whenever the product goes out of stock, purchase order of the product is automatically created. So you have to check this option for the same, and from the drop down you can choose the supplier from which you want to procure this particular product itself. Then you can set the cost price of the product there, and you can set the quantity that should be procured automatically, and then you need to tap here on the save button to save the configuration settings for the auto procurement there. Now kindly note that whenever the product goes out of stock, this particular purchase order is automatically created with the respective supplier that you had assigned to the purchase order for the respective product there. So this was the automatic procurement method type, how you can select that up and how you can use the same. Now let's go to the manual procurement. So for the manual procurement, what we need to do is we need to go to orders, and under orders we'll find purchase order, where we'll be able to manage purchase orders for quotations, suppliers and shipments. So here you can see that we have quotations, suppliers and shipments. Now under the quotations, let's go to the quotations. Here you'll find the complete list of source documents, whether it's an automatic one or a manual one, or manual procurement quotation that has been created there for the purchase order. And here you can delete any of the purchase orders by selecting them up and choosing the delete option as required. Apart from that, you can add a particular quotation there. So how to add a quotation? What you need to do is you need to tap here on the add quotation button on the top right hand corner. That will bring up this new quotation section, and within this new quotation section you have to choose the supplier, enter any comment, and this comment is basically used to send any comment to the supplier when sending mail at the time of quote update. So you can enter the comment as well, and then you have to choose the items ordered. So for example, here we'll choose two products. One is 2011 Ice Cream Queen and 2011 Pit Boss bags. Both are the bags there. So you can set up the quantity that you want to procure. Let's set it as 100 and 100 for both. And if you want, you can also make change to the price there as per your own requirement. Let's make it as 100. And after this, here you also have the advanced option for searching the product. So if I tap here, we'll be able to find the product with the text, the price range, choosing the category there. And here as well, if you want, you can also add products with options, as you can see, and you can add those products as well. So if I tap on that, you can see now we have three different products. One is the 100 G pants, Ice Queen and the Pit Boss products within this particular quotation that we're going to create. Now after here this, how to create a quotation, you need to tap here on the create quotation button on the top right hand corner that you can see. So let's tap on the create button. So now a quotation has been created, and we'll be able to view the particular, what we say as the invoice for the same. So if I tap here on the gear icon, I can send this particular new quotation to the seller there. So if I tap here on the send by mail, I can send it to the particular supplier there. So let the page refresh up, and then I'll show you the rest of the options there. So the notification has been sent successfully to the particular supplier there. Now if I want, I can print the purchase order as well by tapping on the print purchase order, and here you can find the three products that we had added. Ice Queen, Pit Boss and the 100 G pants. And here you can see the quantity and the subtotal, total and the total item quantity as well as per the requirement there. So here as you can see that we have created the quotation there. Now as soon as we had chosen this send by mail, a mail would be sent out to the particular supplier, as you can see. And you can see hello supplier, order for the following product is generated. The purchase order is POTAT 2, current purchase order status is new. The three products, as you can see, the three products that we had added there, all of the three products are there visible, and the rest of the total and the total quantity of the same is visible to the supplier there in the mail itself. Now if I want, I can, apart from printing the purchase order as I have shown you, we can also download the print purchase order PDF by tapping here on this, and this would download the print PDF file. As you can see here, I can open it up to view the details of the invoice for the purchase order there. As you can see, here's the purchase order ID, the creation date, the status, purchase order invoice, the supplier name, the supplier email, and the company there with the details of the products along with the price, quantity and the subtotal for the same, along with the total quantity that needs to be purchased itself. Now let's come back. So this was how we can generate the quotation there. Now you can change the status of the quotation from new to confirm as well. So if I choose it as confirmed, then we can tap here on the save changes and notify the supplier as well for the same. So thereafter I can tap here on the save changes button. And now kindly note that after confirm status, you will be unable to edit the quotation there if you are changing the status from new to confirm there. So let's tap here on the OK button. Now this will take a few seconds there. So you can see that the status has been now confirmed from new to confirm, and you can see that the shipment have been sent out to the respective what we say as the suppliers there, or the particular supplier there. So here's the email that the supplier has received, that the order for the following products is generated. Purchase order is this, current purchase order status is confirmed, and these are the products within the same. Now let's go back. Now after we have confirmed the particular quotation there, and you can see that the shipments have also been started there, or the shipments have been created for the particular purchase order. Now we can navigate from quotations to shipments. On the right hand side we have these quotation, suppliers and shipments. So we can go to the shipment section, and here we can see that for the particular purchase order the shipment has been generated, and from here I can tap on the shipment ID, and we can basically schedule the delivery there for this particular shipment that we are going to receive. And then we can tap here on the save changes, or we can notify the supplier for the same as well by tapping here on the save changes and selecting the notify supplier there. So you can see that the creation date is this, the scheduled date is 19th of the month. Now if I go to the shipments there, you can see that the shipment details have been generated there. Let me show you the same. You can see the hello supplier, purchase order this, scheduled date is this, current status of shipment is ready to receive. So now the particular store owner is ready to receive for the shipment there. Now the shipments can be sent out by the particular supplier to the particular admin there as per his own requirement. And here you can see the scheduled date is there. Now if I want, I can edit this shipment as well, and I can go to the partial shipment as well, and here are the products that are in the same. And here we can create the partial shipment as well for receiving, if we have received the particular products there with their quantities. And here you can see that the items have been shipped and the status has been set to received there, as you can see here. Now if I go to the shipments now you can see that the scheduled date was 19th, but I've received it before that itself, on the 17th of the month itself. So that's how we can go with the shipments there. Now in the case of partial shipments, another shipment would be created with different shipment ID, but the same purchase order with the leftover or the products that still need to be received by the store owner there. Now this was the quotations and the shipments. Now coming to the suppliers section, if I go to the suppliers section, here you'll be able to see the complete list of suppliers that you have added. To add a new supplier, you can tap here on the add supplier button, or if you want, you can delete any of the suppliers by selecting that particular supplier and tapping on the delete selected option there. To add a new supplier, you just need to tap here on the add button, and that will bring up this particular section wherein you need to enter the details of the new supplier that include the name, email, company, the gender, country, state, zip code, and you have to set the status as active, hidden or disabled as per your own requirement there. Now let me go back. You can also edit any of the suppliers by tapping on the supplier name, and that will bring up the particular details of the supplier, as you can see here. Yes, so we have the shipment details as well. Once again, if I open this up, you can see that the hello supplier 1 for the purchase order, the scheduled date was this, but the receiving date is 17th. The current status of the shipment is received, and the received quantity is 111, total 3 for 3 different products that we had set the for which we had set up the purchase order manually there. So yes, that was much about the add-on, that's the CS card purchase order add-on, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the workflow there for the auto procurement and the manual procurement of the products there. If you still have any questions, queries, suggestions or requirements, then you can anytime get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you can raise a ticket at webkul.uvides.com as well. Apart from that, if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video and have a great day ahead.